So every channel, every popular channel, I guess I should say, um, well, maybe not, maybe that's not even true either. Because you could be a channel with very few subscribers and you could have your thing, right? That's really special about your channel. And I guess on my channel, what I do is penny roll hunting, right? That's basically what I do. But if there's something different that I do that other channels don't do, is I separate my copper into conditions. So, for example, I'll move it here. For the I've been doing this. You can go back very far in my no, these I bought. They're just here. These are the penny rolls. That's zinc. This one is zinc. This is heavily circulated fine AU and MS, and I just started a new penny roll, which I did not write on, which I'm gonna write on right here. I wonder if I could write on the top instead of using because I printed this one out for another roll. I wonder if I could just put MS. Yeah, doesn't write that well. And I can always put a sticker on top of that if I want to change it, like what this person did here. And they have smaller stickers. So I don't even know how well this is going to go on this top here, but I'm going to try in a minute. Okay. So these are the ones I bought, right? So what happened was I bought a bunch of rolls like this, and if I see them at a good price, I'll pick them up, right? And what I realized was I'm not mixing, but that when my final condition was this BUMS condition pennies, right? That's this roll here. And I didn't have a beyond whatever condition these are. Let me have a sip of coffee. So let's put this on the table. Now, as you can see, I'm going to zoom in. Now, this is from the roll that I've been putting MS, and I have a bunch of these rolls, and I'm going to go through them. My issue was some of these, even though I'm saying that they might be MS, they might be very low MS, right? Maybe they're even high AU, 58, 59. And I just looked before, and I believe 50, maybe there is, 59. 60 starts MS. So maybe there's 60, 61, 59, 8, very close, right? So for example, all right, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna separate even this MS roll into low MS and higher MS. First of all, that's a 64. That's just awesome. Oh yeah, this is one. Oh, this must be from the same roll. Look, it has that purple on it. That purple, whatever this person was doing, that purple will contaminate the next coin. Did it come off? Maybe a little bit. All right. It's a 64. I really want to put this in with the higher MS. It's just such a beautiful coin. But I don't want to do that. All right, so I'm going to keep that with the MS. Lower MS. Lower MS. Has a little water spot on it. Looks like a water spot. Lower MS. I really don't want to cross-contaminate them. Lower MS. See, it has those scratches on it. I'm not going to put that. I think I went through all these correctly already. Yeah. Except for the first one. Same thing. All right. Now let me re-examine this one. Yeah, I really like that. Not really. Even that's so. You know what? I actually had them dead spot on. Okay, because I started to do this a few days ago or a week ago. So believe it or not, I had this container here spot on, in my opinion, as lower MS condition. Now, today, I found this one, and this one is going into the. Now let's see how accurate my eyeball is. Remember, I'm doing this by eye, right? None of this is guaranteeing anybody going to get a high MS, but I'm just doing this by eye. Okay, now this I'm putting into the roll, and this is staying in the MS roll, the paper roll. And I want to separate these two conditions. That's my goal with all this. And that's why I'm making the video, right? This is what I do on the channel. I've been doing it so long, you know what, 8 months, but I've been doing it so often, right? I have so much time served, that I can see the subtle difference now between these two pennies. And I don't want to put these conditioned pennies in with those conditioned pennies. I don't want to put these conditioned pennies in with these conditioned pennies. Let me look at a couple of them. Right? You can see the difference right away between this and this. These are my AU rolls. And I don't want to put this quality penny in with that quality penny. I don't want to put in this quality penny these are my fines. I don't want to put in the fines in with the AUs. And I don't want to put my fines in with my heavily circulated. So this is it. This is the whole gambit of the evolution of my channel up to this point. And this is one of the things that makes my channel unique. And I thought I would share it with you because I put a lot of time and energy and effort into this process. And this is going to be our thumbnail today. Heavily circulated, fine, about uncirculated, low MS, higher MS. I don't want to say high MS, right? Because high MS goes up to 70, and a 70 in some coins could be thousands of dollars, right? But I think when I say high MS, really what I'm talking about is a chance to get a 65 or better, a chance. Even a 64, I think is good, but it's closer to the average of an MS. But still, even a 64, I want to put here. Here, what I'm saying is they're just a little bit nicer than about uncirculated. And let's say I have a roll of these, right? Let's say at some point, right? At some point, they're going to stop making copper pennies. I mean, excuse me, they're going to stop making pennies in America, United States of America. And that's it for all pennies. And copper pennies at one point might really go through the roof. Copper might go through the roof, the whole 9 yards. And let's say I have these beautiful, and people might start more heavily collecting once they stop making pennies. They might start collecting them more when they stop making United States cents/pennies, okay? And then a collector might say, oh, you know what? I want these beautiful conditioned pennies like this. And they might pay, let's say in an imaginary world, they pay $1 a piece, right? So every roll that I have 50 of these in there, I pay $50 when I paid 50 cents, right? So I got them for a penny a piece. You got them for a penny a piece, a cent a piece. Now these, I might sell, I might not. I might go back through them at some point and say, oh, which ones do I want to get graded? I might go looking for very specific type of errors on a microscope, whatever the case may be, because high condition pennies, United States pennies, copper pennies, in high condition with an error are worth exponentially more than lower grade pennies with an error. Right? The difference between a similar error on this condition, or forget, let's even exaggerate more, on this condition versus this condition could be $1 versus $100 or $200. That could be the difference. Could be, I'm saying, could be 25 cents to $10. It's still significant. Imagine if you had a roll of error pennies, which these 19, for example, I bought these, right? I got them at a very good price. And a lot of these pennies here, and these are all, I think, are these proofs? I don't even know. No, they're not proofs, but they're super, these are uncirculated. They're uncirculated. Which uncirculated pennies are done, they have a certain, and I'm only grabbing by the edge, so don't freak out. But a lot of these 1955 S's that I have errors. Hard to see. And crazy, right? Look how beautiful they are. And imagine having a whole roll of the errors. Now, you probably wouldn't do that, to be honest with you. You'd probably put them in flips and sell them separately. In regard, you know what I'm trying to say, that just that the value, if you're trying to get the most value out of your, if you're like me and you're spending this much time doing penny roll hunting, why not get the most value you can out of what you're doing? I guess that's the bottom line. So this one here is an 80. No, where's that? Where's my 82? Here's the 82. So I found another one that I'm also putting in. Oh, that I'm starting a different, right? A different tube for. I want to put my 82 copper large dates that are in this type of condition in their own tube. I've been mixing them up in the other tubes. So what we're going to do is, I made a sticker, and I have no idea. I've never put one of these stickers, try to put them on top of the tube. It might be bigger than the top, but I made it anyway. So let's see if it's larger than the top or not. I'm going to put it right to the edge. It's slightly larger. That's why they use the small. Oh, whoa. Let me take that off before because after a while it'll leave that sticky residue. So I'll leave it like this. Oh man, I have. Oh, did I bring them to another room? I have smaller stickers that I bought by accident. Oh man, where are they? Would have been so cool to show them on the to show it now. Here they are. I found them. Look at this. I bought them by accident. I wanted to buy 1 inch, and I didn't realize it said 1/2 inch. And here they are. I got the stickers here. Oh, this is great. And what I'll do now, so I don't lose it again, is I'll keep this next to the box. All right, so here we go. We got our little stickers. Let's take one off. Let's take this off. Now the problem is going to be, of course, I have to write very small, and the pen that I have, I don't know if it's gonna be a good pen to write on. I mean, I can always put a dot over a dot. I guess that's not a big deal. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look how I teared it off. I'm gonna tear off a sticker. Okay, now I got the whole sticker there, and I'm gonna try to write the same thing that I wrote on this, but in with the pen. And I know because this, it could tell, it looks like it's glossy a little bit. So, okay, we're putting 19. Yeah, it's not. Oh, okay. It's not bad. I might have to wait for it to dry, though. 1982. Copper. P. Large date. Okay. All right. All right. I don't know if you're going to consider this as a success or not. Let me grab my tweezers. They're not my stamp. I have stamp tweezers also, but they're not right next to me. Okay. And this will go on this, which is the same size of this, the person who I bought this from, what he did. He used a ballpoint. Is that a ballpoint? No, that's a felt. He used a felt. The one I used is a roller ball, so it's going to stay wet forever, probably. Definitely for half hour, an hour before it dries up completely. Okay, so now we have our first 1982. I'm not going to put it into the roll right now because this is from today's episode, so I'm going to do a short video on it because it's such a beautiful penny. And okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. This is the method to my madness. And now I will put back. I just have them here, right? I have them here because these are my pennies. I want to look at these under the microscope, and they're uncirculated. And I bought them. I paid a little extra for them. They're probably cheap now compared to what I paid for. I think I paid like $10 or $15 each, and some of the pennies in there alone are $15 a piece, if not more. All right, so let's put our pennies back the way I found them. Here's our copper, heavy circulated. All right, these are the zincs. These go back to the bank. Okay, so we have our copper. Next would be the fines. There's our fine. Next would be our AUs. And lastly, our MSBU. And let's put them back where they belong. This is going into the new, excuse me. Let me move these up. Let's put these back to where they belong. Okay, we're gonna do the whole process. I'm gonna do with you right now. Oh no! All right, I didn't touch the top. Okay. This one. So we have those going here. Here's the heavily circulated. Let me put them in front where they belong. Excuse my squeaky chair. Okay. Yes. Okay. I started putting them in front of the 83. I was like, what am I doing? Something's wrong here. I'm missing one. All right. Here we go. All right. And today we did find a bunch of zinc, right? So the zincs will go into here, right? It's almost getting full, so I'm not going to put any more there. Here goes our first copper, our heavily circulated copper. Let's get it in there. These are what I call the fines. They're a little bit nicer. They're a little bit nicer than the heavily circulated. Let's get them back into the tube, into the wrapper, excuse me. Put it into the wrapper. This is a tube. That's a wrapper. Okay. These are the AU pennies, right? Which, you know, I'm saying to myself, these are between condition AU 50 and 59, somewhere like that. All right. Here are the, what I believe to be low MS condition pennies. Even though the top one looks really nice. I'm gonna leave that one out for a second. I think I already looked through that one before, but these are the low MS condition pennies. Let's put them in here. BUMS. I want to look at that one more time, right? Because this one's definitely going into the tube. Not this one, excuse me. I want to compare it to this one. This one's going into the tube. And I think I did this comparison before. It's too much background stuff. I got to move it over. All right. Yeah. See, this is really what I want. This is the condition I really want in the tubes. And this is probably a low MS. So I'm correct. So I was correct. And I think I went through that before. So let's bring this back over. And let's put this one where it belongs. And this is the 82, right? Yeah, so that's going into its own tube. Now, I'm not going to put heavily circulated 82s into that roll. Copper, large date, Philadelphia's. That I'm not going to do into that roll. I'm not going to put heavily circulated ones. Those will continue to go into the bag, and then I could do whatever. But this one here, it's so nice that I really want to put it into its own copper tube. All right, so again, I hope you enjoyed the video. I think this is probably, to date, probably one of the nicest videos that I've done that really separates this channel from other channels, right? Because, you know, just going through your penny rolls, or, you know, using a microscope or using your phone. But this is just a step that I take that I've never seen anyone else take this specific step that I take. And maybe some of my subscribers will start doing this with their penny rolls, and they'll let me know how it goes. All right. If you do, a few months from now or a year from now, let me know how you're doing. If you're separating your pennies into condition like I'm doing, these are zincs, and drop me a line. Okay. Maybe even send a picture to my email, LookWhatJesFound @gmail.com. Send me a picture of how you're separating your rolls, and maybe I'll mention it in one of my videos. Okay. Thank you very much. Take care. God bless. And I'll see you in the next one.